coolest thing about humanity is that none of us are the same. We all have different interests, we all see different things, we all like different things, we all experience the world differently. But there are also a finite number of things in the world, which means there are a finite number of interests. And a lot of those interests overlap because of this. Take Friends, for example. The mid-90s, early 2000s hit TV show that just grabbed America and nobody could get over it for years. It is still insanely popular. Not everyone's into it, and I was definitely one of those people. When I was a little kid, I wanted so badly to be different, and I knew that show was popular, so I refused to watch it. I was bound and determined not to enjoy that show, and my family was never that into it, so it wasn't that hard for me to avoid. After a few years, I quit thinking about it, and it just didn't really exist in my mind until high school. My sophomore English teacher loved that show. She was obsessed, and she knew that a lot of kids in my class enjoyed it too. So she would show it to us. Every now and then we'd watch an episode or two when we didn't have anything to do in class, and that was my first exposure. I had gone so long, but I actually enjoyed it. I caught myself laughing at some of the worst jokes I'd ever heard in my life, and it was really strange. But then I became curious, would I keep laughing? So I went home and I hid in my room and I turned my laptop down way low because I really just didn't want my parents to know that that's what I was watching. I watched the entire first season with shame that most kids reserve for when they watch their first R-rated movie and don't tell their family. But I enjoyed it. It really made me smile. Some of the jokes were corny, but they were really nice, and it was surprisingly wholesome. That show has helped me really relax when I needed it, makes me laugh when I don't think I can, and it helps me just ignore things when life gets to be too much. I'm still really surprised that I'm into that show at all, but that's why they call it a guilty pleasure, right?